The honey locust tree is one of the largest nitrogen fixers and Arctic to zones 3 to 9. Being native to east central United States, some more research and experiments are needed to decide if it might grow well in the Newfoundland climate. The temperate climate permaculture site suggests it can be grown as a maritime plant because it tolerates salty conditions well. The second issue is our lack of heat during the growing season. The American Horticulture Society had, for a short while, experimented with heat zones. This was the opposite to Hardiness zone and defined by the number of days with temperatures greater than 30 degrees Celsius. 30 Celsius being the temperature above which few plants grow. Honey locust is reported to be able to grow in the lowest heat zone, 0 days of 30 Celsius. We get like 4 or 5 days above that, and maybe even a week's worth. So, it can be grown in quite cool climates. Here's an interesting site I found while researching for honey locust. It's Natural Resources Canada, Plant Hardiness of Canada. You can explore by plant hardiness zones, which is your basic winter minimums, 1981 to 2010, or a page size PDF or poster size PDF. So we'll just click on this one since we're doing computer wise. And here's your zones. You look up the zones, otherwise it seems the temperatures. Move your map around. You can expand it to full screen. So I can zoom right in on my area, which is right here. It's this light green color. So now if I go back, the light green color, it's actually a 4B. This one here. And if I go 1961 to 1990, then it's still in 4B, right on the edge of this other color here. So we're in between a 4B and a 4A. This will give you your minimum temperatures here, you see. So let's just zoom in without going to full screen. And I'm in this yellow color here. We have a, looks like there's a switch between a tan and a little darker yellow. But this one right here, you see, it's a 5B according to this map. I'll be sitting right there. Close to 5A, but 5B on my property, because it's protected, would be 5B. That's the plant hardiness zones, your winter minimum. And then we can go species specific. I haven't been here yet. This is the maximum extent map and models. So I can search by genus or by family. So it'll be the Laminaceae family, the P family for honey locust, or the genus match, which is right here for honey locust. And we have swamp locust, water locust, or the three-thorn acacia, otherwise known as honey locust. We have the plant description, current distribution map. So this is 1971 to 2000, and the current distribution is throughout the entire southeast United States, right out to the coastline. And then we go to climate change models. So these are the models from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, RPC 2.6, RPC 4.5. I think that's the track that we're trending on right now, is the 4.5 one. So if we go to 2011 to 2040 on the 4.5, you can see the extent now has increased right up into the Cabot Island of Nova Scotia and along PEI. That's for 2011 to 2040. 41 to 2070. They don't have it on the island yet. Oh, a little bit right there. 2071 to 2100. So now they have quite a bit, and right throughout my entire area, with my property being more of a protected area, there is a good chance that I can grow them now. But currently you would probably need a protected area from the Newfoundland winds to grow honey locusts in Newfoundland. And you can see this now where it will be increasing in range as the climate changes. This is business as usual here. Which brings the honey locust up into Nova Scotia by 2040. And well into Newfoundland by 2070. Now this says 2041 to 2070, so sometime in that period it'll grow quite fine here on the northeast coast of Newfoundland. Okay, so we have several models. You can go through them all. This is the composite. Got you up into Nova Scotia with 2.6, 4.5, nothing in Newfoundland until 2040. No. With the several different models, you can select the different models and see what each one will give you. As I said, we're tracking on the 4.5 right now, but I could select 2.6 in each one. And so if we tracked on 8.5, then by 2070 the honey locust will grow just fine here. And I've been looking at these. You see the purple colors here. This micro one here, RPC 4.5, 2040 to 2070. You see it's got it growing in my area by 2041 to 2070. So that is the general, if you're up on a hill or whatever, the general climate in my protected property. And if you have a protected property, it should be able to grow just fine. So going by that, this is another tool I have in selecting plants that I might be able to get to grow in a protected area. Under optimum conditions, they can grow more than 2 feet per year, reaching 60 to 100 feet at maturity. Its spread can be 30 to 40 feet wide. It would be one of the fastest ways to grow a forest from seed if they like your climate. I am thinking to remove the fading trees here on the slope above the vegetable garden and try to quickly grow back the windbreak with honey locusts high on the slope, and maybe cherry plum and the Siberian pea shrub down lower. Of the seeds that I can get from Incredible Seeds, the honey locust and the Siberian pea shrub seem to be the best for steep slopes. The Siberian pea shrub is pushing the barriers in Newfoundland, so we'll have to wait and see how that grows. The wood of honey locust is similar to black locust. It isn't popular because the honey locust is not available in high enough numbers for any real harvest economy. However, it is good for furniture, support posts, lumber, and turned objects. Using red oak as a more widely known example, honey locust is about 1.5 times as hard as red oak, and for firewood it has about 2.5 million more BTUs per cord and about 300 pounds extra per cord dry weight. The reason honey locust isn't widely grown is because of the thorns. It is also known as thorny locust. Recently, several thornless and podless varieties have been developed for specimen and shade trees. These trees let sunlight through, making dappled shade. This means one can grow climbing vines at the base of the tree and the thorns would help it climb. I thought my seeds were for the thorny variety, which I would have preferred, but they are thornless. Because it is a deciduous nitrogen fixer, each tree will produce a lot of excellent compost and mulch material with its leaves. And the other biggest point of interest is the edible pods. Carob powder is a sweet alternative to cocoa powder made by drying and grinding the pods of the carob tree. Now, carob tree, this is a warm climate plant, a different species with similar pod characteristics. The pulp of the honey locust pods is sweet, hence the name honey locust. The pods of black locust are toxic. Powder made from honey locust pods is basically the same as the powder made from the carob tree, carob powder. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, leave me a comment to let me know of your ideas and how you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I shall see you in the next video.